Are there any other local towns? Obviously we've heard from Newbury and this lady's from Henley, but Whitney's a very successful market town at the moment. Are they involved in a bid? Or,
no,
or
we will be the only town in Oxfordshire. We will be the first. So we're actually making the way forward here. And like Lancaster were the first, Morecambe's going to follow. Let Abingdon be the first. Let us be the leaders. Let us not be the sheep. Let us lead the way and show the other towns. Do you know the Whitney's actually fantastic, but you know what? They've got more land, they've had more investment, more opportunity to build those big stores. I love Whitney, I've been out there, but you know, I come to Abingdon first.
Why that's come on and been so attractive for the people to come into, as opposed to we're here, like this other lady said, we've still got empty units.
Well again, hopefully with the yes bid, we can actually, you see, the other thing about developers, a lot of things that was said earlier, they'll do the due diligence. If there isn't the footfall, if there isn't the dwell.
Things. I'm just wondering why it's not.
You what, sorry?
We've got fantastic schools, we do that on the river,
yeah.
Many things that Whitney and places.
Do you know, there's almost.
I wonder what they already. I'm just a bit suspicious of why this is an nephew we are trying to.
What you need to think about.
How it is really going to make that difference.
All right, I can answer.
Actually, personally, I think I'm quite willing to spend the money if I can be assured that we can really make that difference, having looked at some places that are successful on our doorstep and seemingly are not doing things like this.
All right, and when you actually go back and look at that, they've actually had the larger investment, they've had the ability to do it, so the larger companies out there have done the due diligence, and they've had massive investment from the big money power brokers. Sorry guys, I don't want to miss anything, and I certainly don't want you to miss some of the good stuff that we're trying to get out of here. So the investment is well. Abingdon, you think about how can we develop Abingdon differently. We haven't got the land to do those big superstores, so let's make the most of what we've got. I think we have to really look at that. Whitney is a wonderful town. I've been there, I go shopping there. I've been to Didcot. Since the changes that's happened at Didcot, I go to Didcot. Do you know what? I want to come here. There's almost 40,000 people that live in and around Abingdon. Let's get them in here. Because at the moment, we don't have the footfall. Shops will not open. Those people with the names, the destination shops, won't come. It just won't happen until we get the footfall. And if we've got a bid, that will help.
Things like chucking and stuff, at the end of the day, we may not have a great deal of influence over because we've already tried things like that.
Can I just, on the Whitney thing,
yeah.
I've talked to some of the traders in Whitney.
Yeah.
If we had traders from Whitney here now, they wouldn't recognise your description of Whitney being a fantastic town. They would be bitching and moaning about their town in exactly the same way that we do.
Okay.
And I've no idea why Whitney is not doing a bid. I really have no idea. Yeah. But I think at some point we have to just make a decision based on Abingdon and not on other towns' bids. I know, but I've heard this before. Oh, Whitney! If only it was like Whitney. And the traders of Whitney, they won't recognise your description of Whitney being that kind of wonderful town.
Okay, on the one last thing on the Whitney thing, I've actually looked at premises in Whitney to expand my business. I did that earlier this year. There are empty premises out there. Some of them actually wouldn't want to touch up a barge pole, okay? Whitney's great. Let's make Abingdon great, and we can do that. So, any other questions?
Can I just say, I think Oxford City Council, aren't they looking at doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
so let's get there before them.
That's mentioned.
Yeah, let's get there before them. And if Oxford City Council's pushing it forward, there's got to be something in it. Now Oxford actually has 9 million visitors. I'm told there's a bus every 7-10 minutes from Abingdon to Oxford. Do you know what? There's a bus from Oxford to Abingdon every 7-10 minutes. Let's get the people from Oxford into here. By having the money and marketing to local, national and tourism, we can bring a lot more people into town. And that will benefit quite a lot of different industries and sectors in this town. And we can do that. Anybody other questions? Yes, please.
Claire Selby from Yellow House, just in Sturt Street. I've only been here about 18 months as a business, but I've had children at school here for a very long time. And I would like to say, as a newcomer, this book identifies a lot of the problems that I've found since I've been here, and I'd be thrilled if this bit goes through and some of these are addressed.
Thank
And
you.
I think as a team, I'd like to say I'm very impressed by this document. I hope other people will be too, and I'd love to see this go through and for Abingdon to become the place I think it should be as well.
That's excellent. It's really nice to hear. Thank you very much. It makes the 18 months of meetings and weekly meetings worthwhile. It really does. As I said earlier, I don't offer a panacea. I offer hope, and it's a real believable hope. I know we have challenges. I know there's objections. I know we've been there before. But let's try and get over that hurdle. Let's try and start again. Okay. Any other questions? Otherwise, we're going to...
Mike?
Yes, please.
On the waitress thing, please.
Oh, sorry, Waitrose. Yeah, it's interesting actually because we about a year ago we opened up a conversation and dialogue with Waitrose, and from the moment we walked through the door, it is. Do you know what? Bids are actually fantastic. It's brilliant, great for the town centre, great for retailers. Not interested. Thank you very much. And close the door on us. So we sat down around the table as a group and said, okay, how are we going to bring Waitrose on board? Because we want the support from them, because they actually are very influential in the town from a point of view. It is a destination place. Now, you may argue, do you know, Waitrose has got food that a lot of our independents sell. Jill, for example, they've got a coffee shop that just opened. Okay, great, that's their business, but they are now very, very supportive. We've had many conversations with them. We've actually worked with them. They actually sit on the steering group. The branch manager and the deputy manager are supportive. The reason why they're being capped is at £5,000 that comes from the bottom line, as it does with everybody else. If we hadn't agreed that, they would have said no. Simple as that. They would have said no. We want their investment. We want their £25,000. There's £25,000. I'm sorry, you're not going to turn it down. But I will tell you now, from my experience of other bids, and Michelle will bear me out, Waitrose never ever pay full amount. Am I right, Michelle?
Yeah, the Nationals, they are always capped because they see it as they are advertised on the TV, they have a huge marketing budget, they already have their loyalty card, they have their free car park. They're quite self-contained and they don't want to always get involved with what's happening in the town centre. The bid's trying to work in partnership with the larger organisations rather than against them. And so it's just...
So what percentage of the vote for Waitrose are they going to get for the yes bid?
Every business premises will receive one vote, so they'll receive one ballot paper.
Just one vote?
Yes.
Not in the weighted. Not in the weighted.
There's two votes. There's a first past the post, yes or no, and there's a weighted vote based on rateable value. Okay? So if Waitrose did vote no, that's a huge chunk against that vote. Because we've got to get both past the post. There'll be a majority on both.
Yeah, so you need a majority in terms of those that do cast a vote. You need a majority in terms of number and also rateable value.
You've got to win it both ways.
Yeah, and that's to protect the interests of the smaller companies and the larger companies. But they do receive one ballot paper.
I think there's an awful lot of businesses that aren't opting out here tonight. It's not representative of all the independent stores.
No, it's...
And I don't think a lot of those people know about this.
It's really disappointing, that is, because we've actually over the last few weeks delivered a launch invite to every single premise. Michelle has been around to every single one. Simon, who works with me before Michelle, actually has been to every one of your businesses. We hope to deliver these out to those people who haven't got it over the coming days. It is actually available on our website to download and has been for a couple of weeks. One of the things I think we as a group have to improve upon is communication. I think that's right. I think that's a fair point. We will do that. We will do that through the website. We will do it through Twitter. And we will do it by sending updates. If you've left your email address, great, thank you, we will do that. And really, we do want to offer your support and work with us. I don't ask you to attend every weekly meeting, but if you can be there as a support, that's absolutely fantastic. Because sometimes we need feet on the floor as well to deliver these as well. Okay.
Michelle's actually, and Simon have actually been out around most of the town. I think there's only two of the smaller streets that have still got brochures to go out.
Okay.
But Simon and Michelle have been out this week and to every business.
And if you've got a neighbouring business that is still lacking in knowledge, talk to them, ask them to come and see us. And if they haven't got this, wave it in front of the face, because they may have got it and thought, I don't need to read that, because unfortunately that does happen. So let's help each other, speak to your neighbour, and if they've got questions that haven't been able to answer tonight, come and see us, drop us an email, come and speak to me personally, I don't mind. One of the things about tonight, we've got this recorded because we knew people wouldn't be able to make it. People on holiday, people were busy, people didn't know about it. So the videography of this event will be on our website in the next week or so, and you'll be able to see probably the majority of what's being said. And if we've been able to pick up the questions, a lot of that will be out there, because we're not here to hide anything, to pull wool over your eyes. This is your company, this is your town, you have a voice, and hopefully that voice is supportive of the town. You have a question, sir?
Could you just let us know again the procedure of voting? Is it a letter comes through the letterbox? The date is in October sometime.
Yes.
And when will you all hear the result? And how are we informed of the result?
Fantastic questions. And the very simple answer is the electoral services team of the Bale are actually managing the ballot on our behalf, and that's actually a free service for us, so it's not costing the town anything. You will get a ballot paper in the first week of October. If you haven't got a ballot paper, and this is really important, if when you speak to your neighbours and have not received a ballot paper, let us know, and Michelle or I or somebody else will actually speak to the electoral services team. It will be posted to you. It will be a postal vote. You will have the opportunity to read the information on the ballot paper. Simple, yes or no. That's what you'll be doing. This is the information you need to hopefully answer some of your questions. If not, just then speak to us. Get that paper, make your decision, hopefully a positive one, pop it back in the envelope and post it off. Michelle and Simon and the team here will be going around and speaking to you, really from a point of view of not saying, have you said yes yet? Have you sent your ballot paper back? It's more, how can we help you? Have you made your decision yet? Great, thank you very much, we'll walk away. Have you got any questions that you'd like us to help and answer with? Then we're there to do that. So hopefully, we'll get the ballot papers back. You have the entire, or almost the entire month, until the 29th of October. The ballot will then be counted on the last day. At the end of the day, will be counted. We'll then announce the results, hopefully that night. I'm not sure we can do it on our website, but we might be able to tweet it out, and hopefully over the weekend we'll update the website. But you will know, hopefully, on the very last day of the ballot at the end of the day. Either way, you'll find me in this bar here on that night. Okay?
Sorry, when did you say the votes were going out?
Sorry?
When did you say
You should receive them within the first week of October. Yeah. But as I say, if you haven't received it by the end of that first week, please let us know. And again, one of the questions we will be asking when you're going around and saying, have you received your ballot paper? If you have, fantastic. If you haven't, we'll help you get one. Okay? If you lose it, we can get you another one. But there's a cut-off date when we can do that. If you deface it, sorry guys, your vote is not counted. As in a general election, we don't know what's going on. The electoral service team will not tell me whether we're going for yes, we're going for no. We don't know. We won't know as you do a general election until the end of the night.
Right. Also, the council is sending out the notice of ballot to all businesses this week. So that will have the name of the ballot, the name of the person responsible for casting the vote, and also the address for the business. If that is incorrect, then there is a form there that you can complete. Send it back to the council, and that means when the ballot papers are sent on the 1st of October, they do get to the right people.
So, tonight has been about launching the Abingdon BID. We just talked about the voting. It couldn't be easier. You'll get your ballot papers, put your mark on the box, yes or no, and post it back. Be heard. Please vote. If it's a yes vote, we get a mandate to do that. Absolutely fantastic. If it's a no vote, and it may well be a no vote, we're going to have to sit around the table again and look at plan B. Because at the moment, there isn't a plan B. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you very much. Thank you for everybody here. A special thank you for the team here. For you, Liz, who's travelled so far. Russell, you've got to get back on the A34, I'm sorry. And Llewellyn snuck out because he had an earlier meeting as well. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed.